Welcome to the II Preview Show with me, Davey B and Doncaster. We're going to be previewing this afternoon's meeting at Doncaster, which is live on SIS. We've got a couple of new bits we're going to talk through today. First of all is going to be the current informed trainers at Yorkshire's five-star track Donny Dogs. We have got William Finlay, 11 runners, 4 winners, with a strike rate of 36.36%. That's based on a minimum of 10 runners in the last 14 days. Paul Pryor is second best with 21 runners, 6 winners, with a strike rate of 28.57%. And Sean Parker has had 56 runners, 14 winners, 25% strike rate. Out of form trainers, the bottom three is Patrick Smith, 14 runners, no winners. Malcolm Windras, 18 runners, 1 winner, 5.56%. And Debbie Calvert, 32 runners and 3 winners. That's a strike rate of 9.38%. Interesting numbers there. Dog guesser, how's the track been running lately?
Yeah, it's fair, to be honest. I mean, like I say, the Calvert runners have been sort of tough in handies to start. Like they've only had the 3 winners, but you know, they've had a couple that have run sort of below par as well. Pat Smith as well, note from 14, but he's someone who normally has his dogs run well on the same night. You know, for whatever reason, they just sort of run in fits and spurts. Finley's someone I don't really know too well, but you know, he's just come to the track and you know, he's got some decent dogs. I think he's got a chance tomorrow as well with one. But yeah, no, the track's fair. I don't think there's any bias on the track. It's been running about 20, 30 slow on average last week or so. But yeah, the track's been bang on, to be honest.
Happy days. Let's get into the action. Race 1 is an A1 over 483 metres. The Sandy Bondit in 1, Swift Lethal in 2, Wakiki Limit in 3, Black Olive in 4, Ballymac Rocker in 5, and in 6, Crinkle Bolt. Dog guesser, what do you fancy?
I'm with Ballymac Rocker. I know Black Olive beat him last time, really fair and square, but Black Olive is going to move in towards the rails. It was moving in from the 3 box last time. Swift Lethal wants the 4 box and they keep putting it in the 2. Wakiki Limit's got an absolutely awful draw. I don't think he's quite the class of these anyway. He was beaten by Rasander Bondi in an A2. You know, he's sort of held with the Crinkle Bolt form as well. And I think, you know, Ballymac Rocker's a lot better than that anyway. But Lethal's definitely going to move off. Limit's got an awful draw. I don't think the 4 will get across them. The red is really well drawn in the race. You know, he's going to have such a massive hold to get to the corner. He's got so much space to work with. And the 5 and the 6. The 6 run really well last time, actually. I think he did like a 29, 50 something.
59.
You know, it's a proper dog, but it's not going to lead Ballymac Rocker. Yeah, 59, yeah. Yeah, Ballymac Rocker's going to lead the 6. The 4's going to wedge in, so he's going to have loads of space. He's going to go around and probably just lead round and win and do 29.40 or something. The only other dog that's drawn in the race is the 1. But yeah, Ballymac Rocker, I've got him about 4 to 6. I'd be happy enough to bet anything odds against about him.
So dog guesser's selection in race 1 is trap 5, Ballymac Rocker. Race 2 is a A2 over 483 metres. Paradise McElroy in 1, Glitter G in 2, Ballymac Scirocco in 3, Crackaway Express in 4, Barnside Sanchez in 5, and in 6, Moneygal Bounce. Dog guesser, what do you fancy?
I thought there was only 3 runners in the race. That's the 1, 2, and the 5. The 6 is a strong running type, but I just can't see it going round handy enough. I think the 5 will lead the 6 as well. The 4 is a strong running type, and I think the 5 will lead the 4. So I have the 5 leading out wide. The 1 and the 2 might just sort of collide a little bit. I have Paradise McElroy holding Glitter G to the corner. If that happens, I think Glitter G will struggle to win, but Glitter G run really well last time in behind Wakiki Limit. If he hadn't have switched inside, I think it was off the last bend, it would have won. But I think this is a trickier makeup for Glitter G. Look, I bet them 2-1 each of two, the 1 and the 2, and then I have the 5 in 5-2 ish. After that, I don't really give many chances, but look, the 5 can't not be in the frame, so I'd be with Barnside Sanchez.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 2 is trap 5, Barnside Sanchez. Race 3 is an A2 over 483 metres. Glaze Babe in 1, Ballymac Lydia in 2, Night of Dreams in 3, Smurfing Master in 4, Ballybunion Bill in 5, and in 6, Fancy a Dance. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I am going to be with Fancy a Dance. There's no pace on the outside. The 4's going to move in. It's got a 15.95 trial on its card at Sunderland, which would be a decent sprint time. The trials at Doncaster have been, more than decent in with good dogs. Trialed in behind Black Olive and showed very good early pace. Obviously, I've not seen the trials, so I'm just reading what's on the card. But the 29.96 as well, which is a good trial, that'd be enough to win a race like this. I think the 1's going to move off the fence. The 3's got a decent bit of early pace. Don't think it'll quite lead the 1, and the 4's going to cut down on the 3 as well, and I was quick enough to get involved. So I'm going to take a chance with the 6. I think it might be a bit of a fancy price as well. And like I say, Finley's dogs are running well, so yeah, I'm going to be with Fancy a Dance. No strong feeling towards it, but I think it could be a decent price.
So Dog Guesser's selection for race 3 is trap 6, Fancy a Dance. Race 4 is an A4 over 483 metres. Mekon Niam in 1, Droopy's Secret in 2, Grey's Sophie in 3, Lutton's Kyle in 4, Kilara Havar in 5, and in 6, Mustang Bailey. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I am with Kilara Havar. She's nailed on to lead the 6. The 4's going to wedge in. The 3 pinged the lids last time and showed absolutely nothing to the corner. The 1's not really got any pace, so the 2's going to lead the inside. But I just think the 5's a certainty to lead wide. The form behind Ardeville Jet would be better than Kilara Havar's been an A2 dog. She can do 30-10, 30-15 on a day. And I think here she's got a really good chance to get a run. I'm going to make her my nap, to be honest. There's only 2 runners in the race, and that's the 2 and the 5. But I just think Kilara Havar's better than these, and I think she can lead wide. So, yeah, for me, Kilara Havar, my nap.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 4 is trap 5, Kilara Havar, and that's his nap. Race 5 is a D3 over 275 metres. Carriel Tiger in 1, He's For Real in 2, The White Warg in 3, Baby Tumble in 4, Ladybug in 5, and in 6, Mossy. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I've gone for He's For Real. I've watched quite a few videos on this race. Look, the 3's going to step off massively. The 4's going to step off from 4. The 5's going to have to cheat the draw. I think it can win. It's easily good enough to win, but it's going to have to cheat the draw. I don't think the 6 will lead the 5. The 1 isn't got the same speed as the 2. The 2's different speed to the corner. I think going into the bend, I think the 2's going to be in front, just because of the way the draws worked out with the 3 and 4 stepping off, and I don't think the 5 can quite cheat. And I don't see how the 6 gets round. I've got it a bang 17, sort of 85, 90 dog. I think the 2 can do a 1770, sort of 1765-ish. The 1's really well drawn as well, but I don't think it's quick enough. So yeah, I'm going to be with Ease For Real. again, it's not a race that I really like, but I just think on the basis of the draw, I think it can get around the corner in front.
So Doncaster's selection in race 5 is trap 2. He's for real. Race 6 is a B7 over 450 metres. Curry Hills Tow It in 1. Financial Aid in 2. Moss Turbo in 3. Nice to Meet You in 4. Break a Day Jade in 5. And in 6, Jaguar Blackie. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I'm going to put up Financial Aid. Look, the dog's different speed to these. The only problem is the 3 is an absolute raving lunatic. He doesn't want to win. He gets there at the third bend and just packs in. The dog, honestly, the dog's a villain. He shouldn't be on the track. He ruins races. The dog's just ruining these sort of races. Financial Aid is completely different speed. He's going to lead the inside. The 1, 2, 3, and 6 all raced each other last time, and the 6 won. But the only reason that was because the 3 cheated and just messed around from like the third bend onwards. But the 2 has got serious gears compared to these sort of dogs anyway. The 4 is going to cut in from the 4 box, so I'm hoping that'll just hamper the 3. And if the 3 gets held up early, I think the 2 is an absolute certainty. The 6 is going to do what it does and just plod around the outside. The 5's not really up to this, to be honest. It's just not quick enough. So yeah, look, as long as nothing, as long as the 3 doesn't cut loose and try fighting with the 2 or messing about with the 2, the 2's an absolute banker. But the 3 probably will do that at some point. I've got it in about 13 to 8, 6 to 4. So the 3 might spoil the race, but the 2's the absolute obvious play in the race.
So Doncaster's selection in race 6 is trap 2, Financial Aid. Race 7 is a B3 over 450 metres. Ballymac Odessa in 1, Corin Ollie in 2, Nola's Doodle in 3, Molly Coddler in 4, Haven Flyer in 5, and in 6, Crying Old Eileen. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I have picked Crying Old Eileen for Kenny Bowman. I thought he showed enough on debut last time. 5 to me looked to go wrong the last run. I was very, very surprised to see it still on the card. Yeah, I had just no idea. Martin must know something with it, or it must be okay. Otherwise, it wouldn't be running. But it just sort of dropped itself out the back and showed absolutely nothing the entire way around. The 3 and the 4 won't get across. The 1's going to move off the fence. The 1's a bit of a dodge. Ballymac Odessa. She can run a bit. She's got a bit of pace, but she just messed about with Painted Clouds the entire way around last week. The 6 is a strong running sort. So I think the 1 might hold the pace of the race up here. And I think the 6 will just plod round out wide and sort of do a 28.50 and get there late on. I think it showed enough on debut. The 5 would be a big player if it showed any sort of form, but the last run had really put me off, to be honest.
So Doncaster's selection in race 7 is trap 6, Crying Old Eileen. Race 8 is a B1 over 450 metres. Optic Jimmy in 1, Confident Vincent in 2, Barnside Lottie in 3, Letter Kane in 4, Ballymac Sino in 5, and in 6, Ballymac Johnsy. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I'm with Letter Kane. He's had some really bad draws of late. I say of late, probably like 6 weeks ago was the last time he run. But when Chino and Kane were last running against each other in these B1s, the going was completely bent and it was favouring the outside dogs. Now, Chino would be a wide runner and Letter Kane would be more of a sort of middle runner, I'd say. So it'd be more favoured in Chino's sort of stack. The 1's got some decent form at Shelbourne Park. I think a 28.65. Confident Vincent's last run, It's recorded as a 27.88, I think.
89.
And that is complete 89. Yeah, that is the biggest lie I've seen in my life. That every dog in the race is doing a personal best. It's just complete and utter bull. That's more like a 28-10 run. So yeah, just discount that. I mean, Confident Vincent's going to be about a 25 poke in that race. The one's going to move off the fence. We're moving off from the 2 at Shelburne Park. The only danger for the 3 is if the 4 holds it up early doors. The 3 can really run. She's a bitch I like. But I think Letter Kane's just better than these. I think he's a borderline open class dog. Chino would be the danger, but the 6 has some 1670 sprints on his card, which are they're fiction as well. But the 6 can really run. He's a 28 dead dog, 28-10 dog, but in races he just seems to find himself a little bit too much to do. And that was the same over the 483. So I can't have him turning handy enough against these. So yeah, I think Letter Kane, if he just avoids the 3 early doors, I think he's about a 6-4, 5-4 chance.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 8 is trap 4, Letter Kane. Race 9 is a D3 over 275 metres. Alchemist Duke in 1, Killiski Duke in 2, Lutton's Archer in 3, Host in 4, Northcroft Sleet in 5, and in 6, Hill End Hulk. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I'm going to go with Kolinsky Duke. The 3 is going to move ever so slightly, and he's a slow starter. I think he missed a break about 12 lengths last week and still won.
Yes, he did.
Which was really impressive. But it was against, it was against bad dogs, really, if we're being honest. This is a massive step up for him. Host actually beat Kolinsky Duke last week, but if anyone's watched the race, you'll see that the one, he was in one that day, Kolinsky Duke, and he was desperate. He was moving off the fence. He paced up to the corner, got crowded, and I think he went down about a neck or a short head or something along them lines, maybe half a length, I don't know. But all the form interlinks, they've all got form against each other, and the 2 was the one that I came out with. The last time the 1 and the 2 met in the same boxes, the 2 cleared it no hassle. So yeah, I'm with Kolinsky Duke. I think he's the best dog in the race. He just has to do it right at the cans, and I think he'll be about a 6-4, 7-4 chance.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 9 is trap 2, Kiliski Duke. Race 10 is a B2 over 450 metres. Black Illusion in 1, Dundane Ranger in 2, Anna Blake in 3, Fantasy Tom in 4, Fane Enya in 5, and in 6, 3 inside. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I've picked Black Illusion. He's the only dog in the race that's certain to get a run. The 2 is going to edge off slightly from 2. The 3's got decent early, but it's badly drawn with the 4 cutting in and the 2 moving off slightly. Fane Enya is an interesting runner. I thought it showed exceptional early pace last time. It's going to lead the 6. I just think the 1's are just a certainty to get a run. The 5's got to probably get there in front of the red, and Enya didn't quite clear Jet Set Holly last week, I think it was, and I think Black Illusion's along the same sort of lines of pace, and then it didn't really come home that well last week either. So yeah, I think Black Illusion will get first run on these just about. But the 5's, like I say, the 5 would be interesting. But I have Black Illusion favourite in the race at about 15 to 8, 2 to 1. Like I say, it's just a good makeup, really.
So Doug Guesser's selection in race 10 is trap 1, Black Illusion. Race 11 is a B3 over 450 metres. Kilbarry Cream in 1, Lectria in 2, Millcroft Olivia in 3, Be My Guest in 4, Fane Pink in 5, and in 6, Bungie. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I've gone with Kilbarry Cream. Look, it's not a dog I like. I don't particularly think he's a B3 dog, if that makes sense. But this is a weak B3. Look, the 2's going to move off to like the 4 lane. It does it every single week, but yet it still finds itself in the 2 box. For some reason, the 2 and the 3 are the wrong way round. Like they're both exposed dogs. There's no excuse for it really. The 3 will hold the 4 to the corner. I think the 2, 3, and 4 are being a bit of a mess at the corner. I think the 1 will just nip up the inside and get round. The 5's shown bursts of pace, but it'd need to find something to win here, I think. And the 6, again, was in that race last week with Confident Vincent, I think, with a time of like 28:38. I think it's got recorded on its thingy, and I just had that as being more like a 60 odd. So again, the 6 has had a clear run last week. Nothing's touched it, and it's done a 60 odd, and I think that's about what it is. I think the 1 can do a 28:50, and tomorrow it's just going to have a solo on the rails. So I'd be with Kilbarry Cream. Again, it's not a dog I'm particularly fond of, but I mean, it just has to get a run here. So yeah, Kilbarry Cream for me.
So Doncaster's selection in race 11 is trap 1, Kilbarry Cream. Race 12 is a B6 over 450 metres. Hillcroft Baby in 1, Cash Gift in 2, Breakaday Ebony in 3, Ballycool Pearl in 4, Mount Cashel Babs in 5, and in 6, Hilltop Boozer. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I'm with Mount Cashel Babs. They've upgraded it for not winning, which I don't think that's the case, actually. I know this is listed as a B6, but I actually think it's an error, and I think it is actually a B7. Either way, it's a B6 stroke 7 anyway, no matter how you want to dress it up. Hillcroft Baby's going to lead the insides. The 3 can run a little bit, but it never really comes away well enough, so it'll probably get itself in a mess to the corner. The 4's got no early, the 6 has got no early, and the 5 has got some early. I just think this is a perfect chance to get the 5 on the skin. It did 29.12 last week when it wasn't on the skin, so I'd expect it to sort of do a 28.90 if it was on it. So it's definitely going to get on the skin here, barring messing up at the boxes. I have it about an even money poke. It looks a gilt-edged chance. The only other runner is Hillcroft Baby in 1 that I think will lead the inside, and maybe the 3 if it popped out. I know the 6 beat the 5 last week, but like I say, the 5 didn't get on the skin, and it's only a baby so I think it'd improve dramatically for getting on it. So yeah, I'm going to be with Ballycool Pearl in trap. Mount Cashel Babs in trap 5.
So Doncaster's selection in race 12 is trap 5, Mount Cashel Babs. Race 13 is a B4 over 450 metres. Devon Ranger in 1, Ballyhall Gale in 2, Hunter's Missy in 3, Zara's Genie in 4, Mustang Benji in 5, and in 6, Polo Marco. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I'm going to next best the 6, Polo Marco. Look, the 2 last week stepped off massively from the 2 box. So they've stuck it back in the 2. I do. Hunter's Missy steps off from the 3 box. Sarah's Genie on the Newcastle form, from what I've seen, is a middle to rails runner, rails to mid. It's got rails to mid and mid to rails on its card at Doncaster as well. So they put it in the 4 box. Mustang Benji wants the 3 box. I just think the 2, 3, 4, and the 5 are in an absolute mess. The 1's going to lead the inside just off the basis of the draw, and the 6 is going to lead wide just off the basis of the draw. The 6 is a miles better dog than the 1. Look, the 6 is the best dog. The 6 is the best dog in the race, and it's got a plot draw. Well, you can't ask for much more than that, can you? So, look, it looks thrown into me. I've got it like even more slight shade of odds on. I can't. To be honest, the only thing to say about the race is the mess in the middle with the grading. The dog's completely the wrong way round. But hey ho, yeah, Polo Marco next best.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 13 is trap 6, Polo Marco, and that's his next best. Race 14 is a D4 over 275 metres, Kill Barry Ace in 1, Ilwyn Cindy in 2, Turn the Light Off in 3, Blue Lark in 4, Wilmont Arrow in 5, and in 6, Ballymac Biljo. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I'm with Ballymac Biljo. He's not the best of bend runners, to be honest, but the 4 and the 5, well, the 5 just completely gone at the game. The 4, I don't think it's ever won a race, or maybe won in its life. I don't know. You might have the card in front of you there, Davey. Has he ever won the 4?
It hasn't. Only one try. Only one trial.
About 12, 13 starts, I think, as well. Yeah, so the 4's never won. Like that's an 18-20, 18-30 dog. The 5's gone at the game. I'd have that an 18-20 sort. The 3 hasn't got the early pace of the 2. The 1's not been running well either. That's been doing like 18-20s, 18-10s. So, I mean, the 3 can probably back run the 2, but I think the 2 will cause the 3 some problems, and the 3 will edge in ever so slightly. Ballymac Biljo's going to lead wide. He's a 17-80 dog, even if he doesn't run the bends great. He's just better than these. Like, I mean, the 2's been showing a little bit more. That's the only other dog in the race I could have. But yeah, Ballymac Biljo for me, I think is a 5-4, 6-4 chance.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 14 is trap 6, Ballymac Biljo. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you click that subscribe button.